Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to iTrack, one of the coolest reaction channels on YouTube. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, join the fam. Today, I got a whole lot of creepy TikToks for you, so go ahead and buckle up, grab your popcorn, let's go ahead and get into it.
Look at the similarities, right? Check it out. They AIs and clones, baby, but you heard it here first. Now check this out.
But I have no choice. All-Star Weekend in Toronto. Steph Curry, he says, Kevin, come here. He lifts up his arm. The man had mechanical shit in his arm. Wires and shit. He's a robot. He's not real. People.
I think we all can agree that man's accuracy is insane. Like, he doesn't miss. So, there might be something to this one. Might be closer to facts than cap.
See them walk the red carpet, they ain't nothing but damn devils. Their favorite color is red and blue. Get me? They represent the Illuminati. That's what you see. That's why they roll out the red carpet. All right? When you get large as Jay-Z, he doesn't really have to do blood sacrifices anymore because he's crossed over. He's a master mason. But what he has to do, he has to give up souls. So what did he do? His last soul that he gave and was very successful was Kanye West. Kanye West came over. He was an apprentice and a mason, and he wanted to go a step higher. He advised him to give up his mom. Kanye West took a trip to Paris, which is, the UK. His mama came up there, and then now there's one. That's what I'm saying. So what happened in that big picture? Jay-Z gave Kanye West to Satan. He gave the Satan a soul. Rick Ross is the same way. He don't have to fulfill blood sacrifices because he's giving souls to Satan. That Maybach music, all he got to do is keep signing people. And that's what he's doing. He's signing people, and they're giving them. So it's easy to do. They follow the rituals. They get a little success. And if they really want it bigger, they tell them what to do, and they'll go and fulfill their own blood sacrifice.
Oprah, holla at me. I'm in London.
Now, we have things that we want to talk about.
Yep.
Latest block, hip-hop rumors. Did French Montana get initiated into the Illuminati? And if that is the case, can you bring me in too, fam?
Yeah.
I want in, fam. I need some of this. I need some of this, fam. I need to get in. If there's any offers going, bring me in, baby. I'll sit next to Jay or Ye, I don't care. Bring me in, fam.
Me and Ross had the same conversation.
Is he in the Illuminati as well now?
Now, he asked me,
Oh, he asked you. He asked you if you're in the Illuminati.
Nah, he said if the Illuminati come to your house, I'm going to let him in, and I'm going to sign right there. I'm going to bring him in, let him meet my mother.
Exactly, sign her up
my
too.
Son.
Yeah, get the whole fam in there.
The whole fam Illuminati.
They show Elton John, a black and white floor, which is Masonic, and they show her coming with a hoodie on, because that's how they roll for real. They have the hoodies on there. Everybody's standing around. Usually it's not that open like that. Everybody in that room usually will have a hood on, and you wouldn't see their faces. And some of the people that sit in that room be the most biggest producers, lawmakers, actors, actresses, models. They be sitting in that room, another one cross over. So, but they did it in a commercial like it was fun, but normally in a real ritual, they all have their heads covered. But anyway, she was crossing over in the commercial to let you know she accepted the ritual. Have you ever asked yourself why they crossing these kids over so fast? Because their time running out.
There's a cartoon called Little Demon, and you won't believe what it's about.
I'm Chrissy. Did you know that my mom had sex with Satan? My dad's the devil, and I'm the friendly neighborhood antichrist.
Yeah, the show's about a 13-year-old who realizes she's the Antichrist and has demonic powers because her mom had intercourse with Satan. You might ask yourself, what sick person would participate in this show? well, Danny DeVito plays Satan, and his daughter Lucy DeVito plays Chrissy, the 13-year-old who's the Antichrist. There's a lot of in-depth, weird rituals going on in the show, so I'm gonna look into this family and let you know what I find.
IT Technology Review estimates that about 20 pregnancies of pig-human or sheep-human chimeras have been established during the last 12 months in the U.S.
Scientists have been combining human and animal DNA for decades, with many details being kept secretive. In the 1920s, an actual half-human, half-chimpanzee was bred by scientists at a facility in Florida by inseminating a female chimpanzee with human semen from an anonymous donor. The chimp then gave birth to the first healthy, living human Z. Allegedly, rumors are that the hybrid was able to say a few words in English and grasp the use of objects around him or her quicker than a normal chimp, but due to immense...
Now, if they had to breed people like that lets you think that, you know, the Darwin theory of monkeys evolving into humans, that kind of dispels that just a little bit. But that's wild. Super wild.
Unethical complications, the creature was killed and the experiments were covered up. The same experiment was conducted in China in 1967 and 1981, with the official story being that the chimp females became pregnant, but the fetus died 3 months into pregnancy. Rumors and conspiracy theorists suggest that the experiment was successful and that there was a hybrid born who was taught to speak and communicate fluently.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Everybody sees me walking. I'm walking. Look. This plane isn't moving. It's not moving. But it sounds like it's moving.
Just issued an alert for doctors here in the U.S. warning them of a new virus outbreak. I know, right? Another one? Okay, well, the agency is asking physicians to be on the lookout for cases of Marburg virus. And you might be thinking, what is Marburg virus? Paula Suro joins us now to break down what exactly it is and what the infection looks like. Hey, Paula.
Yeah, Faith, I've got that answer for you. Marburg is in the same family as Ebola.
Cap. Gotta call Cap on that, man. What's going on?
Diseases are viral, fatal, and can cause internal bleeding and damage to your organs. So let's show you a list of the symptoms people with Marburg can experience. These include headache, fatigue, and bleedings. And while there have yet to be cases reported in the U.S., the CDC says it is important doctors see the warning signs of this infection they are calling rare but deadly. This advisory came out in response to recent outbreaks of the virus in Tanzania and Equatorial Guinea, which had no cases reported prior to this year. Now, Dr. Jane Morgan with Piedmont Healthcare says it is contagious through bodily fluids and that you should see your doctor if you are having the symptoms we listed earlier.
It can be actually rapidly fatal. In fact, of the 14 cases that the CDC is tracking in Equatorial Guinea, 10 of those have been fatal to date. And so we want to make certain that physicians are alerted early, that we have a high index of suspicion, and that you evaluate and manage these patients early, because it really can be a matter of life and death.
Here's the newest Mandela effect for February of 2023. So my question to you is, what is the longest river in the United States? I grew up in Illinois, and I was always told in my timeline that the longest river in the United States was the Mississippi River.
Now, in my time frame of growing up, Mississippi always was the biggest river. We always were told that in school and in general. So this is going to be interesting to find out what has changed now.
According to this timeline, the longest river in the United States is the Missouri River. So let me know if you think this is a true Mandela effect or if it's always been this way. Make sure to leave a comment and follow for more Mandela effect.
Hey, Mr. S, I didn't know you budgied. I want to live. No, you're too heavy. It's a glandular problem. Orlac, Chut, mole people.
There is no escape.
Jet flying so close to our house. At last, those planes are flying where they belong.
That's right, over the homes of poor people. Top secret CIA Weather Control Division, Dick speaking. I mean pizza store! Oh, it's you, Stan. What kind of favor?
Y'all, I am freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Hold on real quick. I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean.
Now what she just said just blew my mind. Now there's this situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea. Early civilizations believed that the ocean and the stars above were linked. I mean, just look. Mayan, Norse, Hindu, Hebrew, all of them. Now we already know what spacesuits look like, but they look exactly like sea suits. I know once in your life you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Planes and people going missing in the ocean. There are black holes in the ocean. And I just know once in your life you've heard about sea monsters. When you see a comet, it looks like a boat soaring through water. What if these unexplained species in the ocean are actually aliens? If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth. Or could it have just been a creature from space? Now you can say what you want, but I bet you we are not the only beings, only species, only creatures that are in this universe. It's just ironic that when they return to Earth, they're on water. I mean, I know I'm not tripping. And I know y'all heard of mermaids. So many unexplained things in the ocean. They're making more discoveries in space. Not really putting too much money or caring about what's going on the planet. Why? Because this sea stuff might have a lot of connections to space. And they not telling us. Y'all be safe, and I know I'm not the only person who feel this way.
This NASA scientist was arrested for locking himself to a Chase bank.
I've been trying to warn you guys for so many decades. Now we're heading towards a f***ing catastrophe.
Simpsons' predictions for 2023 is unbelievable. Ever since mankind first appeared on the Earth, curious individuals have been attempting to divine the future. From the mysterious Baba Vanga to the Mayans, even the...
So the Simpsons has been spilling tea since like grade school. So apparently I'm noticing patterns of like all of future events happening within the Simpsons. I don't know if you guys have been catching on to any of that, but pay attention.
prophecies that will give you shivers. The long-running series is renowned for having garnered a reputation for accurately predicting the future. The television show has been successful for more than 3 decades because of a devoted audience that is immersed in the characters of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. As a result of the fact that The Simpsons have, in the past, accurately anticipated events such as tiger attacks and the election of Donald Trump as president, many people now pay close attention to the show's future forecasts. So without further ado, here are the forecasts for 2023. Inflation crisis. This forecast, which is reportedly for the year 2023, may come as a surprise to you, despite the fact that we are all well aware of the current situation with gas prices and the rising expense of living. Homer is told by a guy that anarchy and the end of civilization are coming shortly to a country near you in America. Homer gives his response saying, "America can't fail because we're just as strong as ancient Rome." The viewer is presented with a film in which the following statement is made: "The contemporary world is an unstoppable march of development." The video continues after Homer says, "Delicious," and then asks, "Or is it we're slaves to the system? Shut the grocery and we starve." Then cards with phrases like "no local farming," "peak oil," "Ben Bernanke," "solar flares," 17-year cicadas, and "dangerous troll" start to emerge. Homer continues by saying, "Oh my gosh, this film with no citations and no date has persuaded me beyond any reasonable question." Homer receives reassurance from the man who says to him, "I'm the person you want to know when the stuff hits the fan." Nuclear conflict between the United States and China. Another prediction is a nuclear conflict. It would seem that The Simpsons have predicted that there would be a nuclear war between the United States and China in the year 2023. In one of their episodes, you can hear a news presenter stating, "It is with great regret that I notify you that the United States of America and China have declared war on one another. It is anticipated that a big nuclear strike will arrive on our beaches within the next hour. Trump as President of the United States in 2024. The program takes its ability to predict the future to a whole new level in the episode Bart to the Future from the year 2000, when it names Donald Trump as having served as President of the United States. During the course of the episode, Lisa holds the office of President. We overhear her speaking when she is in the Oval Office, and she says, "As you are aware, we've inherited quite a financial problem from President Trump. Trump was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States in the year 2017, and also very possible in the year 2024. The Simpsons predict public health and safety fears are rising. The information relating to the 2023 Resident Evil forecast made by the cartoon series The Simpsons has recently burst on social media platforms both in the United States and internationally. It is suggested in episode 4 of season 21 of The Simpsons that in the year 2023, the Springfield Burger restaurant, which is where the show's main setting is based, would create a new beef burger. This beef burger was made using a totally different way from the traditional one. First, the excellent beef is ground up and mixed with other ingredients to form feed, which is then given to the cattle. Next, the beef that comes from the cattle that were fed the same sort of meat throughout their development is used to manufacture hamburger meat. After trying the brand new beef burger, a reporter began to extol its delicious qualities. However, the reporter suddenly went insane and began biting other people. As a result, the whole town quickly descended into insanity and the majority of the population turned into zombies. After it was revealed that Bart was born with antibodies to the virus and the remaining survivors reliant on drinking Bart's bathwater to live, the Resident Evil dilemma was resolved by Bart, the son of the Simpsons character Homer.
Shapeshifters that David Icke talks about, he's kind of got the story wrong. They're not dimensional at all. They're this dimension. And yeah, they're not spiritual, mystical, or anything. It's pretty sick. But I'll tell you about that in a second. First, I wanted to tell you about the cloning stuff, okay? Now, human cloning, I have to tell you, it's been done since at the end of World War II, okay? I'll tell you how they got it, and the whole shebang, like 33rd degree Freemason knowledge. We're probably going to die for this somewhere along the lines. It's not good. Okay, picture this. I'm memory repressed about everything. Couldn't remember anything. I'm still getting side effects from this. I was memory repressed about the cloning stuff until I was 30 years old. They call it the awakening when they give you back the memories. Turns out they had me there since I was 5 years old, okay? And my family is there, my family members and everything. And they said they're not going to lie on a lie detector test about it. It's pretty big. Like, they were going to kill me, they said. Thing is, the way that this cloning works, okay, there's two different kinds of cloning, and it confuses people. Now, there's replication cloning, where it comes up as a baby, right? Put the cells in, make the same person as a baby. Well, there's duplication cloning as well, where they grow you in a big, thick tank filled full of water. And well, there's a few different grades of cloning. There's Mark 1 to 4 that I know of. And the problem I'm having is with the Mark 2. The thing is, Mark 1 was around at the end of the World War II, but it was a primitive clone, lots of side effects. Anyway, this is even on the net. Before I started blasting on the net about this, somebody said something about the Mark 1 to 4 clones, and the first one being called the organic robotoid, and that's what it was called, even though there's no robotic parts in it at all. Anyway, Mark 2 is an REM-driven clone, okay? Now, what that means is when you go to sleep, the Illuminati, this is their main form of communication, too. They don't call people on the phone. They don't meet at the Bohemian Grove anymore. Since they got cloning, they meet at the cloning station when they go to sleep. Each of them, I don't know how they do it exactly, okay, or else I'd know how to block it. But they can transfer your consciousness into a clone at the cloning station if they have a clone of you. And they used to have to use a tissue sample from you, or I guess they said the cells from a woman's pap smear is like really rich in the cells to make one of these duplicate clones. They used to use kids' foreskins that were discarded at the hospital that got removed. That's what happened to me. But now they said they've upgraded the technology in the last 10 years, so now they only need blood. What they used to do with the tissue, well, they could also, they used to set this little oil drill looking thing over a person's forearm, strap their arm to a chair. And this drill, it had things on it that opened up, right? Now, it would go in, and when it spun, these things would open up. But then when it stopped, the things would close again. Now, this is done, it goes in, comes out, in, comes out. And what it was doing, it has to agitate the tissue, they told me when I was a kid, to a certain degree. I guess, like they said, the easiest way to tell a person in layman's terms about it is, you know, when you have a hangnail and you pull it off, and the white stuff that accumulates inside, and eventually it'll form like scab and new skin and it'll grow over. Well, to get that white stuff to really work good, they agitate the tissue a certain amount of times. Now they just agitate blood from like a blood sample even. And yeah, cloning is very prevalent. It's like a secret thing among the like elite. They use it for their crazy stuff. You name it, they've done it. Like jump off of cliffs, everything. I know all about it. The thing was, when I was memory repressed, I was seeing other people becoming unmemory repressed, and I hated this place and these people. It's a bunch of scumbags doing nasty things to each other, right? Like, there's privileged ones there and there's underprivileged ones there, and so people are pretty mean on people. And well, I wanted them to do the awakening on me, so I could go to the cops and get the cops on them. Well, the thing is, they are the cops too. Like, this is the linchpin in how the Illuminati NWO works, because like most of the leaders from the G20 countries go there, about 14 of the G20 countries, and then there's leaders from countries that don't even fit in the G20 that go there too, right? And cloning, it's really normal. Well, Britney Spears made a video about this place, because the thing was, to get advertised and promoted and stuff, she had to basically sell her clone, use of her clone, at the cloning center. So the thing was, she signed up right away thinking, yeah, sure, I'll be famous. Well, the thing is, they wanted to use her every night. Old men and stuff. Old men clones on her, and real people on her clones too. So she doesn't have dreams anymore. Oh, they make songs and stuff about this all the time, about stuck in the dreams, and Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street is based on this. Avatar is based on this too. They do it all the time, communicate this way. But the thing is, cloning is a flawed technology this way, because your mind isn't the same. You're more, it's kind of like, you know, how, did you ever see Pet Sematary by Stephen King, the movie?
Yeah.
Where they bury it and they come back whack? Well, they're almost as bad as that. And this is only one aspect of what they do. This is the biggest expose on the Illuminati guys ever, what they do, secret, right? Because...
Wow. There's a lot of tea being spilled in this episode. If need be, go ahead and hit the rewind button, hit the replay button, because I might have to. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and smash the like button, sub up, hit the sub button, join the iTrack fam. You know, we're going to keep this ball rolling. We want to keep getting into these creepy TikToks. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you guys joining. I'll catch you on the next one.